is locked. Okay, so I'll keep it up like this. I hope everybody figures out to jump over here. I kept hearing my voice in a loop on the other live, so I'm gonna wait and see if everybody will join over here. I don't know what's going on. This is the first time I'm doing it with my new phone. Share. Create a post.
Are you there? Oh, Amy.
Hi. Okay.
Are you there? Oh, Amy.
Oh, thank you, Nikki the Canuck. Hi, Janet, Ellen, Stephanie. This is the first time doing this on my fancy phone. Hi, Jerry.
Are you there? Oh, Amy.
Or is that just me? This is really weird.
Are you there? Oh, Amy.
Can you just, in the chat, just give a thumbs up if you can hear me?
Are you there? Oh, Amy.
Hi, Colleen. Is this working?
Are you there? Oh, Amy.
Recording. Maybe it's me. It looks like, okay, it looks like people are jumping on here. I'm sorry. I guess I should have tested out live with my new phone.
Are you there?
Oh, Amy. Saying, anybody there? It's an audio on replay. It's, yeah, Gwyneth, it's weird.
Are you there?
And the replay too.
Oh, Amy.
I broke the internet. Rai.
Are you there?
Can you see me okay too?
Oh, Amy.
Okay, I'm back. Yes, I was frozen. So let's hope this works. All right, I'm gonna try and get through this. I don't know, I can't imagine it's my new phone because it's new, but I guess different things could be going on. I broke the internet. Okay, thanks everybody. I'm gonna just record this as, yeah, Gwyneth, it's working, as if it's a regular Flosstube, and then, because I was just too lazy to get my stuff together to record and everything. So I'm just gonna do this like it's a regular YouTube. I have to keep refreshing my phone. This is weird. I should have just used my iPad. Okay, and then if questions and things at the end, because it's kind of a pain when it's played back and then people who aren't live. Oh, I've missed everybody. People who have reached out to see if I'm okay, I'm fine. Just been a busy summer with house stuff and work stuff and, you know, the normal things, and I really need a vacation. But I have been stitching and I've been crocheting and I've even been sewing some bags. So I have a lot to show everybody, and it might not be very organized. But first, the first part of the program, I promised my BFF Amy, Amy Pettibone Tool. I don't know if she's still on here, but I made her an Afghan, and I promised her, she's a PhD chemist. She's like really smart. And she's had some dental issues, and I feel really, really sorry for her. So I made her an Afghan, and I promised I would show it first because I was supposed to mail it like a week ago, and I did it. But here is the little vanity label that says crocheted by Betsy. Oh, you can't even see the whole thing. It matches my dress. Here it is, Amy. I kept going on it because every time I felt sorry for you, I just kept putting on another row. So you will get it in time for the Toledo snow or ice or whatever the hell it is you get out there. Yeah, Gwyneth, you could use this up in Canada, huh? So, oh, Hamilton. Okay, the real Hamilton is downstairs, but we have cat doors now and everything. And in my craft room here, I have a cat door, so I can close the door and hopefully she'll stroll in, because usually this is my office also, and she likes to stroll in when I'm doing stuff. But if you can't wait for the real Hamilton, this Flosstube has props. Here, this is, I did this gag last year when the lawyer, was on Zoom and he couldn't change his cat filter. Here's Hamilton. Dayon, who is a local stitcher in Denver, made this, and I'll show other props as we proceed. Scott said it kind of freaks him out because it was sitting downstairs in our family room, but I am going to find a place for it in our home decor. I held this up at the Crash Test Dummies concert. We were 4 rows back, thanks to Dayon, who got us seats. Life-size Hamilton head. I know! It's great. So maybe she'll come in after I'm up here for a little while. Why does my phone keep... I have to keep pressing it, but oh well. Okay, so I made another Afghan for a colleague who lives in Houston. Back in 2019, I went to Houston to help out the office down there. I would go during the week and then come back on weekends. And she's having her second baby. And this is what I crocheted for her with another little, it says crochet. Hi, Lexi, about time you get here. Crochet by Betsy. And it matches my nails. I guess I like this color. And I just started making this when I found out she was pregnant because I don't really care about gender stuff, so. Back in the olden days. Oh, Amy, you do like it? Oh, that's Dr. Tool. If anybody has any chemistry questions, you can relay them to me and I'll forward them to Amy. She's brilliant and she's beautiful and she's married to the second luckiest man in the world. Mwah! Go make dinner, Amy. You need to eat. You're skin and bones. She'll kill me for that. But anyway, okay. No, she won't. Okay. So that's what I have finished crochet-wise. We will get to stitching in a minute. But I've also been sewing. And I've been sewing... okay, so the last time I recorded, did I even say my name? I didn't. But it's the title of my channel. But if you are watching this later, I am Betsy Klager. And this is episode number 21. So it's legal. My Flosstube is now legal. Okay, I haven't recorded since the end of May. So June, July, and now almost August is over. So I don't know when I did all this because I haven't really been keeping very good track. But I watch Lori Holt's videos. And, sorry, I just shook the ironing board. Hi, Samantha. So glad you joined. You're one of the impetuses. No, impeti. That sounds like a disease. Impetus. What's the plural of an impetus? If anybody knows, leave it in the comments. But Huge or Heige Stitcher, I'm mispronouncing that, and Nikki Noodles have inspired me to record a Flosstube. So I'm doing the next best thing. I'm doing a live. And I know Tazzy Kathy doesn't like lives, but she doesn't like cats either. So anyway, so I watch Lori Holt's videos, like you do. And look at the, okay, the other thing I'm doing is I made it a mission this summer to start making things for friends that I have. I have this thing where, not with knitting or crocheting, because I'm an expert knitter, so I'll knit things for people and not have any insecurities about it. Crochet is another thing because I'm not an expert at crochet, but it's not that hard to do an Afghan. So I give Afghans, you know, I'm confident in my abilities. But when it comes to sewing things or even finishing cross stitch things, I'm very insecure. And I'm like, this is a little error, this is a little error, which is stupid because I've gotten handmade gifts from people and I don't sit there and pick apart what's wrong with it. It's beautiful. So after, and this was a couple months ago, Jody, Trixie Tricycle, and Gwyneth had, well, we were messaging back and forth, and they pretty much told me I was an idiot. Well, they didn't say it that way, they're nicer, but you know, if I make something, I should share it. So I do have a pile of goodies for people. They've been collecting for 2 months. And so some of these bags are going to be gifts for people. So I'm going to show them anyway because I haven't decided who's getting what. So nobody knows what's coming, and so it's still going to be a surprise. That was a big wind up. I made these bags. I know Nikki Noodle. Uh-oh, I'm going to have a burp. Well, that was a baby one. I ate a half a cantaloupe before coming on here. This is, oh, I've locked it so that little kids and animals can't get in it. I went a little wild getting Lori Holt fabric for pre-made bags. I have a ton more to make. But this is a little accessories notions bag from one of her panels. And of course I have to have a vanity tag on it. And then the little doohickeys these zippers are awesome. I think it was Mrs. Elizabeth Ann can stitch. She's a Mrs. now. She got married. Congratulations. Thanks, Gwyneth. What was I saying? Oh, Elizabeth Ann, Liz, doesn't like these zippers. You know, everybody has their own, but it's funny because I was watching her and she said that, and I'm like, that's interesting because I really like them. So, you know, it just goes to show you. Everybody has different tastes and different preferences, and that's fine. All right. Then I also got some of her yarn to make little crochet flowers. Look at this. I even quilted this. I gave Lexi one. I don't remember what fabric. There we go. And the inside. These are, okay, so here's my review of these bag panels that Lori Holt puts out. Really easy to make. A lot of fun. You can do a lot of variations on them. They're lined. You do have to supply the lining fabric if you want them lined. But okay, so that's a big project bag. Here's another one I did. It's just so much fun. I literally made these in about a weekend. Like I just sat down. I don't know if you all do that, where you kind of get in a groove and you start with something and then you just do a bunch of them and then you buy more material to make more. Look at this mod lady. Isn't she cool? And mod lady's on the inside. So, you know, when I made them, I thought, oh, you know, are they going to be this or that, or are there going to be threads hanging out? You know, if I give gifts to makers, they can trim the threads, right? We all know that. It's not the end of the world. Anyway, I've gotten over my insecurity. Oh, Lexi, get out of here, you. She said I'm an excellent bag maker, for those who are watching later on. Alexis, my Amazing World Alexis, came on here and she said I make excellent. I don't know, the thing went out. Yes, Colleen, you absolutely have to start. These are so fun and addictive. And I did a little quilting around it. That's right, we're covered in orts, as Gwyneth says. So there you go. So I made those. Those are the only finished, something fell. I don't know what that was. Something fell, but we'll find it. Those are the only finished objects I have. And I have works in progress I'm gonna show. One I've been monogamous for about a month, maybe even over a month. And I'm gonna save that one to last because my goal is to finish it by the end of the month. Okay, so I have worked on, I even ironed for you all. This is my progress. This is not a new start, but this is a work in progress. This is the Two Skinny Dogs by Kitten Stitcher, Shakespeare's Peddler. And I am using the called for fancy flosses, and they're not a lot of colors. And there's one DMC. And they're a tangled mess. Tangled, totally tangled. And I'll show you again. This is my progress. I think I'm gonna pick this up because I was monogamously working on something I might change tonight. It is so much fun. So what I've done is this part, yeah, right up here. And I had to rip all of this tree out that I had done so far because I didn't count right when I put one of these little doohickeys, I put it in the wrong place. And when that happens, and then you use that to count off for something big, if you're off by just a few stitches, then you're in big trouble. Not really, you just rip it out. But you know, there's a mental thing. It's like if I want to pick up a project, I want to just work on it. I don't want to have to pick out. Hey, Jody. Jody just got on. Trixie Tricycle. Yes, I'm still here. The other live link just was crazy. I don't know what happened. But anyway, so that's WIP. And I'm going to continue to work on these, by the way. These are ones that I have been working on and will continue to work on in the future because I really do want to have finishes. Speaking of making mistakes and having a mental block, this is not it. Oh, because I ironed it. That's why it's not in the bag. Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. So Emma is the Bee in My Bonnet is her design name. It's a dress, Trixie Tricycle. Okay, I'm gonna interrupt this for a little fashion show. This is a dress. It has pockets. I have 3 in different prints. From Old Navy, I wanna say they're about like 20 some bucks when you can get them on sale. They're cotton, you throw them in the washing machine. I have an animal print one and another one with blue flowery print. So I totally recommend. Very comfortable. They're kind of like a nightgown. And it goes down, Scott says it's a little short, but it goes down to like right above my knee. Yes, pockets. Jody brings up an excellent point. When women's clothing doesn't have pockets, that's a deal breaker. Okay, let's get back to stitching. So I made a mistake and it was a while ago and I didn't pick it up. I don't know where, but I think I have to pull all this out, put all this out. I don't know, I'll have to figure it out. But I haven't really had the inclination or the bandwidth to pick it out and fix it. So maybe this will go into winter hibernation. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I love to stitch it and I really want it as a finished object, but we'll keep it in the maybe I'll keep working on it pile. Oh, this one. Okay. This is one of my favorites and I'm doing it for Laura's birthday sale. Laura, the cereal starter, for her 60th birthday. This is in silk. Actually, I might pick this up tonight. There's my Hamilton. And I don't know if that, you could see. This is on 36 count. My Two Skinny Dogs was on 36 count also. This is on the called for. So I'll look at the pattern in a minute. It's, I believe it's an R&R. Isn't that pretty? And this is, oh, I gotta get a picture of it. It's called Peacocks in the Garden by Ellen Chester with my needle. I love it. I love it. The pattern is absolutely stunning. It's on good quality paper, very detailed. Even the house has a separate page that you can use to stitch the house. When I get to the house, I will get to the house. So I really want to focus on this. I'm looking for the called for fabric, but I can't find it on the pattern right now. Here are the silks. American chestnut, is it? Could it be? I don't know. Look at these silks. These are NPIs. They're beautiful. Now I want to stitch this tonight. Oh, there's scissors. I pick this up tonight. And I've got one more, the one I've been stitching monogamously. And my hope is to get it done by the end of this month. My home in the garden. This was for a really kind of quiet birthday stitch for Nikki Noodles. I don't know that it was too publicized, but Melanie, Melly Ellie Stitches, and Nikki and I kind of picked this out for Nikki's birthday. And I gotta be honest, when they first said, oh, let's do this, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was meh about it. And then I got it and I started stitching it and I was addicted. Has anybody had that happen where you start something because other people tell you to do it or suggest it, and then you're like, oh, I love it, and I didn't know I would love it? Or you're really excited about something and you start it and then you're like, meh. That's worse. That's way worse. But this was a pleasant surprise, and I'm just so excited because I do think I'm going to have it finished by the end of the month. Ta-da. I finished the alphabet, and it has a B skep for Jody. Look at that. These are all DMCs. So now I'm all about the DMCs. Look, I'm so proud of this. I've been doing the border as I go, so I don't have post-chart border syndrome. It's kind of like if you're a knitter and you're on Sleeve Island and you have to finish the sleeves of a sweater. That's what borders are. Borders are to cross stitch what sleeves are to knitting. There. And you could quote me on that. Oh, I love it. Everybody is saying they like it, so I appreciate. I'm not trying to ignore comments. It's just that when this is loaded later, it's weird when I'm saying, "Oh yeah, thanks," but yes, I know you all can see each other's comments. So, yeah, I'm very excited about it. Thank you all for your praise. All right, so what am I? Oh, wait. I have another, second, I can't say it, second sock syndrome. Yes, Gwyneth brought up that borders are like the second sock syndrome. I'm over knitting socks, so that's why I didn't use it as a reference. I have a visitor in my craft room. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I think Ellen's gonna kill me. This is Ellen Reed, Crash Test Dummies. Yes, I'll talk about the concert in a minute. Dayon made this so we could hold it up and I can impersonate Ellen Reed. Go on my Instagram and you can see all the pictures from the concert because I don't want to insert video here because or when I post. Yeah, there she is. Ooh, Ellen. Oh wait, Ellen and Hamilton. Ooh, you put Ellen on top, Hamilton on top. So yes, I got to meet Ellen. Oh, sorry about the bra strap. I'm not tacky. I got to meet Ellen Reed. And you know, when we Flosstubers meet other people and that we know from the interwebs, you know, like Pamela Tajmajer. Is that how I say it? Did I say that right? You know, I met her for the first time at before the concert, and Dayon I met for the first time, you know, and you meet people and you're like, oh yeah, they're really nice and everything. That was not my experience. Pamela, she's just an awful person. And Dayon, she made nice blow up cardboard things, but I was a little disappointed when I met her. And Ellen, what do I say about Ellen? She was bitter, cold, aloof. Should I say arrogant? Yeah, I think she was. Very disappointing, to be honest. But, you know, we just soldiered through, and I just like to say, I like to keep you all online. I don't want to meet anybody in person. You're all just going to disappoint me. For those of you who've never watched a video of mine, you know I'm full of shit. Oh, it was so much fun to meet Ellen and Pamela, Dayon, and Dee Dee Deuter joined us. She's a local to me stitcher. And we had a great time. We were in the 4th seat and we were dancing and singing along with everybody. So if you have a chance to see them on their tour, you better go do it. I know Jody's going to see them in Seattle. Yeah. So get on their website. They're here on Instagram. Here's a little secret. Ellen runs their Instagram account. So go on there and say that you're a big fan of Brad and that, you know, they need to get a new broad. Just mess with her. Okay, where was I? Oh, I probably should talk about what I'm going to start. I haven't started anything in probably 6 weeks because I was diligently working on trying to get that garden piece finished. And you all know that I'm friends with Nikki Noodle, and she and I think Rai McGuy and I were all chatting on Instagram, you know, in a message. But Nikki brought it up in her Flosstube about how she stitches in hand with a hoop with the sewing method to do her big, the big chart, the unicorn, the badger, the squirrel, the what, I don't know what it's called, but you know the one I'm talking about. It's got full coverage, and she uses a little hoop to stitch, and she can't stitch in hand the pub. Oh, the polar bear, the unicorn, and the beaver. What's the P for? I don't remember. Anyway, so I got to thinking, my stitching setup is a lap stand with a big peacock. Thank you, Gwyneth. It's a peacock, a unicorn, and a beaver chart by the Scarlet Letter, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, badger. Oops. Oh, it's a badger. We kept calling it Nikki's beaver. All right, then. All right, I got to stop entertaining myself. Anyway, the point of this is I have a huge setup, tomato, with, I have a huge setup with a lap stand and a Q-snap. That's what I was trying to say. And I like my stitching to be more portable because Nikki, you know, when I grow up, I want to be her, right? And she works on all these big samplers with this little hoop. And I have really bad arthritis, which is why I can't stitch in hand either. And so I got a hoop. I don't know how long it is. And I've been zipping through even more this garden piece. So I'm very excited to start this on my peacocks. I have my own peacocks in the garden. Not with a unicorn or a badger or beaver or a popsicle or whatever it is you stitch with on. So isn't that cool? Try it. I recommend it. Then I just take it off when I'm done working, and I don't have a big setup. I can bring it to the breakfast table and work on it, although that's risky because, you know, food could get on it, or Hamilton. Okay, so what am I gonna work on? Because I haven't had a start in forever. And, oops, I know, oh, this fell. Ah, I'm back. Okay, so I was working on my home in the garden obsessively, and I thought, ooh, here is another that's by Liz Matthews, in case I didn't say that. Here's another Liz Matthews. And being a silk enthusiast, I kitted it up with needlepoint silk. NPI, they're also called. But then I got to thinking, I know Liz Matthews goes through and does a very good conversion to DMC. I'm sorry. Yeah, to DMC from the NPI. And it was the DMC conversion on the garden, my home in the garden, that got me thinking, she does a really good job on that. Maybe I should do DMCs. So I also have DMCs. So I'm gonna ask you all here and future viewers, if there are any, to vote for me doing this in DMC or in NPI. Oops, I thought they were all hooked together. They're not. Here's the NPIs. I should take them out of the bags, but I'm not going to. Here's some of them. I guess we should just look at the chart. They're greens and yellows. This is not really helping you, is it? Oh. Yes, I'm crazy. I already have the silks. Why wouldn't I do it in the silk? I know. What fabric? I don't know. I have not picked out my fabric. It'll be a 36, like the other one, and probably just, you know, an off-white. I'm still showing the silks. These are the silks. I know. I never in a million years thought I would be saying, oh, I might not do yeah, if I have the silk. Okay, but it seems like the reaction from the peanut gallery seems to be, if I have the silks, why would I not do it in the silks? And that is a good point. Yeah, I guess I do love silk, so I will. And the DMC, you know, I can always go back in my stash. So that is going to be a start. I don't know when. Maybe it should be upside down. What do you say about that? Maybe September the 1st. I'm going on vacation September 15, so might be a good start for my vacation. So yeah, everybody seems to think I'm nuts for considering it in DMC, so I will do it in the silk. Now, I have to pick the fabric, and I have plenty of stash. So if I do this September 1 and fall in love with it like I did the other garden one from Liz Matthews, then maybe I'll be a monogamous stitcher on it through September. But now that I've touched peacocks in the garden, I really want to stitch on it. Oh, NPI on fox and rabbit saltbush. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't buy the fox and rabbit fabrics, but that is a very good suggestion for those of you who do, but I personally do not shop there. So I will look for my stash, because I have plenty of fabric in my stash, that I will look for a good match, and I'm sure it'll be a 36. Okay, one more thing, that's it. So that's in my immediate plan, and I'm gonna continue to work on peacocks. I'm gonna continue to work on 2 skinny dogs. Flea market flowers, the jury's out on that. And I think that's about it. I've tried to bury my head for the needlework expo, is that what it's called? But you know, if I'm on Instagram, I see the charts, and so there's a bunny chart from that Mojo. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I interrupted myself. Lexi just told me she's gonna start the garden side sampler with me on September 1st, and I just showed. Okay, so we'll start at September 1. Oh, the Needlework Expo, I was going to bury my head, but I did buy the bunny chart from Mojo Stitches. She's an Australian designer. I'm going to talk like an Australian now. She's a designer from Australia. I can't do it. For Australian for beer. That sounded really bad. She is a brilliant designer, and I couldn't pass up the bunnies. And then today I saw, I love friends who tell me that I'm failing. Is that what you're saying, Ryan? I'm a failure? Then I ordered 2 more. Oh, comments are funny. I can't try harder. I'm too spent. It's Thursday. I didn't even say the date. It's Thursday, August the 18th, and the Australian Valley girl. That's what I was. And I ordered 2 more charts from Top Knot Stitcher, Abby, who is the queen of the pre-orders. If you have ever ordered from Abby at Top Knot, you know she has great service, and she has all the pre-orders for Needlework Expo. So there's my plug, and Abby's not paying me to say that. I ordered a chart that had the cutest little bird and strawberry. Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch posted it on her stories as something that she's gonna get. I got it, I already ordered it. And then another one from Beth Twist, a little sewing kit that's adorable. So that's going to be it for my Needlework Expo shopping, because the house expenditures are high for our house stuff. We just got our painting estimate, so the painting will be done in October. Our floors get installed everywhere on August 29. We get our floors in. So this color that you see on the wall is going to go away in October. I don't know what color it's going to be yet. Our basement is totally finished. We just need a TV. We already got a sofa. So the summer projects, house stuff, there appears to be an end in sight, and I'm very excited about that. The biggest news is Hamilton's little potty area is no longer in my craft room. Okay, so I asked, this is a story I'm going to tell, and then I'll sign off, because I think it's going to be dinner time soon. But I always had Hamilton's litter box in here in my craft room / office, and halfway through the day without fail, whether it was a weekend and I was sewing or it was a weekday and I was at my office. Hamilton would come in, pinch off a loaf, and it would stink to high heaven. She chased me out of here several times. So I knew that when the basement was finished, we were going to move the litter box down there. My husband didn't agree. I made an executive decision. So I was asking some people who have cats, because I don't know how to train cats, and especially not Hamilton. And what do I do if I move her litter box? And Ellen Reed, my good buddy now, my good friend, we're like this, we're besties, suggested to move it gradually, like move it outside of the room, then downstairs, and then another level. Well, Hamilton must have known that I was bringing up this topic and discussing it with people, and because she's brilliant. Hamilton is brilliant. And we have a full bathroom in the basement now, and there was a bath mat. And I was cleaning out her litter box up here in my room one night. There's not much poop in here, and only a little pee. I waited, and the next day, I noticed there was no pee and no poop. Like, that little bugger's going somewhere. I walked down to the basement, and sure enough, the bath mat, there's some poop and lots of pee. Hamilton decided she wanted to move her litter box. I know, she's brilliant. So I moved it down there, and she trained herself. I wish she didn't do it on the bath rug, but it wasn't that expensive, and we just threw it away, and we're good to go. At least she didn't do it on the carpet, because we have carpet in the basement. So now her little potty area is in the basement. She has 2 litter boxes now, because I bought an extra one, thinking I would keep one in one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. My room is free of Hamilton poop and pee, but not Hamilton hair. So that's my Hamilton is brilliant story. I think, oh, this brings us to 42 minutes. That's a good amount of time, right? Oops, cancel. Yeah, that's a good amount of time. I had lots of people join. Thank you so much, everybody. I just kind of decided that I had court today on WebEx, but I got dressed up for it. And I thought, why not record a Flosstube? And then I came into my mess, and I thought, oh, I don't want to go through the upload and all that. So I decided to do a live. And it's fun to see everybody's comments and to see you all. And I didn't go back and forth too much because later on, ending on a poop story. Yes, of course we're ending on a poop story. I hope everybody has had a nice summer. Our school's already started here. So I'm from the East Coast where they don't start till after Labor Day. So summer's not really over, but it kind of feels like it here. But I hope everybody's having a great summer. I hope everybody is doing well. And I'm pretty active on Instagram, so join me over there. I will try to remember to put things in the drop down, but honestly, it's hard for me to remember to do that. And so that's another reason I just popped on here, because I like it when I see notifications that someone's going live, and I'll join. If I'm able to join, I join. If not, I watch later. So blah, 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 blah. That's it. Ending on poop, and go see the Crash Test Dummies, because Ellen Reed and her band, they're rock stars. Take care. Mwah. Bye.